Gonna do another run. Same day that I did. The last one only took about 36 or so minutes. Just showing you, hey, everything's white hat. I didn't change anything. Not that anyone should be really too worried about that. We're gonna do Lord of the Flies. I'm pretty sure it's Mulligan and Infestation. There's the Mulligan that popped up. And I think that's Infestation. I'm not 100%. So, I'm pretty sure you also don't get treasure rooms in this one. So we just gotta abuse the Mulligan the best we can. And then try to develop a lot of power through boss and devil deals. And maybe a couple secret rooms in between. And there's a fly for us. That's just a free shot there, so... And keys, again, assuming that we don't have treasure rooms in this, keys are going to be much more valuable. And that's... Is that Fate? Is Fate unlocked already? Fate's just free flight, but... And an Eternal Heart? What the... What the what? But no, that is really strange. So having flight this early is overwhelmingly powerful instead of just good. This is... I thought Fate you had to unlock. Hang on, I'm gonna look it up real quick. Fate. Bind... That's incredibly rare otherwise. Yeah, it's unlockable. Wow, that's in Rebirth. What the heck? It's unlockable in Rebirth. Hang on, I'm still looking here. Okay, yeah, Fate's not unlockable. Apparently? I'm still reeling over this here. Okay, I'm just gonna go with it. It's just real weird to see that. I know... Well, I just read something that I'd read a long time ago, that there's a very... there's basically a roll that the game makes at the very beginning, before you even play it, as to whether you can even see Fate at all in that run. And I did recall that. The same with Pyro in the secret room, and I think Pyro was exclusively secret room. Judgment, that'll give us, as I erroneously had said, is a character of justice. Instead, Judgment will just give us a beggar. I believe you can also make it a demon beggar too if you want. Two coins and a key. I really would like a soul heart so I can access the curse room. Is what I would like to see. Well, if I get hit on this boss, then I won't. Then I won't do it at all. There's a very strong likelihood that that's the secret room adjacent to the curse room. They generally try to be adjacent to the curse room, I believe. This is just Duke of Flies, and we've got our own flies here. So this is... Mulligan produces flies pretty wickedly, honestly. So this is a possible no-hit basement boy here with Flight and the Mulligan. You know, I'm basically mini Guppy at the moment. So this is quite powerful. And another Eternal Heart, allowing me to definitely get that sacrifice room, so we'll have to wait another day. This is going to up my shot speed, which is piss poor, and will also give me a card. And it's Temperance, which I will definitely use Temperance here. There's a couple hearts on the ground. And also, the main thing here that's really beautiful is that it will develop my flies because I'm taking damage. We've got Mom's coin purse for some pills. I'll definitely buy the bomb. And we'll buy this, I suppose. Could be useful. There's 4 different pills here. We've got, oh no, which just generates bombs. And we found the secret room. Speed down, that's awful. Telepills, that's bad because now I have to use a bomb to get into that secret room. That's excellent. We just take half a soul heart damage there. This will give us a very good chance to get the devil room. And hopefully this is balls of steel. That's... Ugh. So not doing so hot here at the moment. But we do get a lot of coins. Lower tier stat though. Is it worth the flight? The answer is definitively yes. Also, just to make it crystal clear, it is very unlikely for me to get an Eternal Heart off of Monstro. That's a 1 in 100 chance. And there's a few different places where I can get the top secret room, but I don't actually want it. And I'll save Judgment. I could use it a little bit longer. I'll actually lower my red heart health even more. We'll get more flies out of it too. I'll go all the way down to half. And then we'll buy that heart in there. And then again go down to half. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to use the beggar. So we'll use Judgment here. And he'll probably give us some HP. Yeah. This is stuff we can use for devil rooms. And so we're gonna blow that up and maybe we'll get remunerated a couple HP. So now we have an entire halo of flies. And again, now, oh, that's another thing. If you look in the top left corner there, you can see I can see the boss room. That's a facet of 8-ball. I think you need to have a certain amount of coins over, I want to say it's over 10, to have an arcade have a chance to appear. They can only appear on even floors too. Well, we're not getting Basement Boy this run, but I might go for Catacombs Boy or Dark Boy. Or something even better. I should, for the most part, be protected from those spiders, but even if I'm not, we will save the curse room until after we've beaten the boss. I suppose there's no reason not to, you know, kind of jam my way to the boss right away. I want to take as little damage as possible, so maybe this is the way to do it. A lot of bombs here for me. I can see how people wouldn't like these guys, but I'm actually quite okay with the Claudies. They have a lot of HP for floor 1, but and floor 2, obviously. But you see them all the way to the very end of the game. That was really annoying. The trites are just real obnoxious. When you're trying to, like, establish your distance and whatnot, it can be really tough to identify where they're going. They can only go so far in one jump. There's a possibility that opens it. Okay. We'll check it out in here first. We'll take Mom's purse. We haven't gotten it yet. This just lets me possess 2 trinkets at the same time. That's explosive diarrhea, which is not particularly valuable. We'll grab that right away. It's just a little chest. This red chest has a potential to be able to teleport me right to the devil room. And it's the worst one. The actual worst fight you can possibly have. And it's a champion version. So what makes Gertie so bad is that Gertie is very difficult to predict. Now we are at the point where I am at the mercy of Gertie. Oh, come on. Well, we don't get the devil room because I got the hardest boss on the first floor, far and away. Box just gives one of each possible pickup. Telepills are pretty bad. I don't particularly want safety cap, but I can hold 2 trinkets. I'm gonna hang on to, so I guess I'll use it now. The 2 of diamonds will double the amount of coins that I currently possess. We can get, Devil Deal on the next floor. But it still sucks. It could also theoretically teleport me to the devil room, or I am error room. So I'm gonna clear the floor first, then use telepills, because I don't find them particularly valuable. The I am error room we haven't seen yet, but it's, a very interesting room. So I'm trying to steer clear of those spiders is what I wanted to do. Okay, we'll pop in here. Okay, shoot patrol bomb and spiders. We're gonna bounce out. Actually, we use telepills to get out of here. That's a smart play, huh? It just takes me into the shop, but I wouldn't have had to use a key to get into the shop, but not that that matters that much in this run. Now we're going to go into the arcade, because Scatole would be very, very useful. And Scatole will make getting the caves or the depths very easy to grab. Much easier to grab, rather. I would also like some spectral tears or something. For the purposes doing both of the floors no hit. If I start running out of coins, then I can just produce more. We can actually kind of cheat this. I can bump against it yet again. We got another one sitting around. That turned into Sad Onion for just a hot second. Did you see that? We'll continue using this. I think we can even cheat this even further still. We now want to get the dollar and Scatole, maybe some pretty flies. That'd be nice. Once we start seeing... I think I can get an extra hit out of that. Yeah, you see that? How I can use that just a teensy bit longer. I can rapidly hit it. So I was thinking of that, not using that. And I think this is the first time we've had the donation bag. I don't know if we've unlocked... No, I'm pretty sure we got blood bag already. Steer clear of that bomb. We're also producing more flies from killing these flies. I don't know if my flies also produce flies, but it's possible. I'll do this all the way until I have Scatole, since I have to go all the way to the womb. So I'm sorry in advance for it being a little bit brutal sometimes. But this is the right way to play this. And indeed the smart way to play this as well. Don't really need the keys. I want Scatole, dollar, and 3 pretty flies. There we go. We've still got plenty of money and options. I'll get these on the way back. Like so. Just move back and forth. Try to be as efficient as possible with gambling if you can. If you have a gambling card, you know, Wheel of Fortune, for example, use it next to one of these. That's telepills. That's not very useful. I'll use it when I'm done here in case we get I am error. getting a lot of money here. And another thing is obviously the donation bag is very, very powerful with my current build, if it wasn't already obvious. There's Scatol. This will make the run a lot easier. If you're not sure what Scatol does is it makes me liked by flies. So bomb flies will move slowly at me, but not aggressively. Regular flies won't accost me in the same way. All red flies will turn into black flies. Pooters won't shoot at me. I do think they might be able to do contact damage. Health up, great. Okay, we have something decent in the pool. Let's use telepills, see if we get I Am Air. No, we didn't. Worth seeing. Oh, definitely gotta get the secret room, huh? Well, it could be here. Yeah, I think it's unlikely. It's most likely going to be right next to the sacrifice room. This is just at the end of one of the floors, so it's more likely to be there. Hey, we finally get use out of one of those. That's not a common thing, so. No, this floor's taken a while, but. And yes, if you're wondering, I am going to go back into that room and use every single one of those. I just want to find this secret room first. Then on my way back, I'll get that. Well, I went in there, and there was no secret room next to it, so the secret room ought to be here then. And it is. Just probably, just a wheel. Okay, great. Yes, we are going to exhaust this. Again, since I'm not getting treasure rooms, I want to develop as much of a possible advantage as I conceivably can. And this is a way to do that. I've got a lot of coins, and a way to make more coins still. So even if this doesn't blow up by its own volition, I will wait until I can starve it of any possible potential reward. And also get more flies in the process. It's just such a powerful build setup that it's hard for me to deny. And we'll parlay our... And I'm going to try to parlay this run into as much advantage as possible, because I want to do both the caves, Mom's area, the depths, and also an area we haven't seen yet, the womb. I would like to try to do that no hit. There's a pretty fly. That's okay. There's a regular fly. You don't want to see that. But pretty fly pops up on the same rung that does. It's worth noting when I enter this room, or exit rather. I'm not going to be able to exit the same way with the bomb, because otherwise I'd blow this up. But I will use every single one of those hearts, come back with a massive stock of gold, and then reset this whole bloody thing. Unless it blows up until I exhaust it. I didn't know this was going to be one of these, otherwise I would have gotten all the money ahead of time. I was just planning to come on the way back. I was expecting to pick up maybe between 3 and 9 coins, possibly an item. Alright. There's telepills. If we can get I Am Error, it will teleport us to that special room, which gives you a bunch of pickups and, collectibles, and then also a pickup. And has an unavoidable trapdoor down to the next area. So yes, we gotta use a bomb to come back in here. I don't really mind using the bomb so much. That's good enough. I'm just trying to spam it the best I can. There's still another heart there. I don't think we can get many more of these boys. Now, it's possible we get the dollar and then every shop thereafter is ours. So it looks like you can only have a maximum of flies in one room, and then it diminishes again. I believe Rebirth also operates on the same rules. I want to say it's probably about 10, and that's what that about looks like, if I counted them. It looks like 9, actually. Yeah, I believe that's... No, maybe I'm wrong. I'm seeing 10 now, so... So we've got 30... I thought I just saw 33 coins, but it's 32, I suppose. Profit. Keys, not really useful. Maybe if I get Guppy's tail, they will be. No sense in not picking stuff up while you wait. Another pretty fly. See, this is why we do this. I know it's tedious, I know it's long, but I want to try to, with lowered speed and lowered tiers, it saps a little bit of the life out of me and the potential that I might be able to successfully do the challenge. So I'd like to give myself as much possible advantage. You can't always do this, but flight is kind of the big one. Cancer is one of the best single trinkets in the game. It halves your tier rate, and low tiers are good, for example. You'll never catch me saying that in Super Smash Brothers, but no, having a low tier stat is good because it's not really tiers, it's tier delay. So there's less of a delay between each individual tier. Oh yeah, well, I want you to do this first. Okay, great. We are going to try the best we can to do this floor without taking any damage. Seeing a Mullaboom there is scary. I don't know if I should try to do this floor very, very quickly with all this power, or I'm going to just try to do the floor quickly. Just the faster I can do it, the better. Reduce my risk. Not hunt for secret rooms, just try to beat the floor. I still have to do the bosses perfectly. Can't accidentally hit the space button. This is a relatively good boss, especially with Scator. That's really scary, but you see those guys immediately turned to black flies. Okay, now we're gonna do the floor regularly. We should still get a nice little devil room. Get some money out of it. No Krampus. Spirit of the Night. We already have Flight, but Spirit of the Night will give us some additional power, and that's Spectral Tears. And I don't think we've gotten it yet. But yeah, we already have Flight, but it's quite powerful. And I have a health up pill, so I'll take Sister Maggie too. And that should, oh wait, we've had E for a while, I guess. So since I took damage on this floor, I'm going to do the whole floor now. Unfortunately. Sister Maggie will just give us some additional DPS. She's just a familiar and fires alongside of me. I'd say there's a decent chance this is greed, but not necessarily guaranteed. We take the soul heart 100%. Since I have Spectral Tears now, the game has kind of a couple of glitches where it's more difficult to put out fire and poop. We will take this. The Devil's quite decent for damage. That's just, we flatly got more money than that cost, so it was worth it. I don't need the key. Greed heads. And yeah, now I could literally, if I wanted to, I could hide inside of this rock, which is going to be the plan for the depths. Any room with a rock, I'm going to try to hide inside of it. Spectral Tears do not penetrate, so they don't go through nights, unfortunately. We'll check out what's in here. Probably just coins. Yep. 7, though. Possibly 8? No. There's a tinted rock, which I've been waiting to see for quite some time. And I get a bomb for it, too. There's small rock. That'll further lower our speed. I don't think we've gotten this yet. I think it's +2 attack, -1 speed, and a little bit of a tier up, too. Yeah, damage up plus tiers. This is unreasonably powerful. Power, unfortunately, is not the locus of our run. Instead, that's more centered around, you know, not taking any damage. But, I mean, a one run is a one run, and this is very much so a difficult run to lose. Sloth can summon big old Ipecac boogers, and also chargers, I believe. Justice. This is the one I erroneously referred to as Judgment before. This will give me a random heart. Could be a soul heart or an eternal heart. A coin, a bomb, and a key. There's a dime. That's fantastic. We'll also do this challenge room. I should also probably look for the top secret room with 14 bombs. Might be able to finagle an eternal heart would be pretty good. Maybe I could find like goat hoof and increase my speed a little bit. So I know it seems weird, but this actually, I know I told you that top secret rooms cannot touch any of the rooms, but they can touch the proper secret room. So that could have been the area. And these probably aren't going to be good. Maybe if it's a heart room, that's the best. Fortune teller's great. This can give us a lot of soul hearts and trinkets, so maybe I can get goat hoof. 2 of hearts, so that's good right there. Doubles the amount of hearts you have. So I'm going to go down to 2.5. Isaac's Fork will allow you to eat enemy HP after X amount of time. This will just give us a lot of stupid fortunes. But occasionally some soul hearts. If you have Lucky Foot, you will always get soul hearts or trinkets, or it'll blow up and give you the very powerful crystal ball. And you won't get any fortunes. The devil's just going to give us additional damage. And there it blows up. Health up pills in the pool, so I want to try to get more pills. I know what most of them are in the pool now. We've got a ton of coins, too. I don't know. Have we unlocked Kane yet? I think we did, because I have the Lucky Foot. Yeah, I did. Okay, never mind. I've got 2 pretty flies, too. Decent amount of power in this run. Probably more than decent, honestly. This is just, these guys will do a lot. So I want to be as powerful as I conceivably can be before the depths. Because once the depth comes, I'm going to try to take no damage. And if I miss that, or if I succeed at that, I'm going to still try no damage, but instead in the womb. Tears down, we definitely don't want. If I could get Lucky Foot or something, I would be able to reverse that into a tears up pill. Got everything I need? Pretty much cleared out the shop, right? Let's just say I did. Okay. So I already know I'm going to clear out this floor because I didn't do it unhindered, but we will try to get the devil room in case there is one. So I can hide inside of this boulder and be completely safe from these greenheads. Now, I wouldn't do that if I was trying to be safe, but it's a lot easier to circle strafe when you can fly. I don't know if is this the first time we've had flight? Don't know what that is. Balls of Steel. Friends till the end. Okay, great. Very fitting in this run. Again, these guys are not going to shoot at us because we have Scatol. And what I wanted to do is I kind of wanted to gravitate over top of a pit so the spiders couldn't harm me. In the same way that I'm going to do this to avoid the bee lickers. These guys will, the eternal flies, who are normally kind of a thorn in your side, will immediately turn into black flies, which are harmless. I'm going to save the devil card. Now I'm going to use it. I was going to save it for Mom or something. I put myself in a position just so I could... Why am I not doing this? Peep we haven't fought yet, but Peep, So, Peep pops out both of his eyes. If this is the first time we've had flight, I don't remember. I'm so used to getting flight. You get flight on a lot of runs. But those eyeballs can go over top of rocks. The range up is honestly pretty nice. But it allows you to dodge the creep on the ground. The creep, for example, that you saw us see. You saw us see. Yeah, come on. That we got in the Ultra Pride fight. Let me go back here. I'm just going to start off at the very beginning. Piercing shots would be nice. There's a decent chance there's greed in that shop, but it's not going to stop me from going. Oh, it's a library. Never mind. So do we get rid of... We picked both of these up to get them out of the pool. I don't think we've seen Anarchist Cookbook yet, but this summons 5 random bombs. I'm using it just to show you. I don't think that will shoot them at me. Book of Shadows is phenomenal, and one of my favorite active items in the game. Gives you 10 seconds of unadulterated invulnerability. It's very good. Better than Blood Bag. We'll come back for that, probably. Because IV Bag, hopefully, if I take no damage, it's no longer worth it to me. Fortune Teller will be good to gain more soul hearts. Or maybe I can get Goat Hoof. So what I should do is bump that, then hit the space bar. Yeah, I guess that's the right way to do this. What are you? 2 of diamonds. We gotta wait to use that. The reason we have to wait to use that is because I will go above the maximum. Liberty Cap is good, better than, maybe better than Safety Cap. I don't know. I'll have to think. I'd have to consider that. So you can't get Scat Hole again. I'm just doing this till this blows up. And this will just burnish the run in such a manner that we are indestructible with soul hearts, hopefully. Go back down to 49. Child's Heart just makes you see more red hearts. Definitely not our bag. Lucky Toe makes it more likely for room drops to occur at the end of a room. Still not what we're looking. That's what we're looking for. Goat Hoof makes me faster by about, I think, 15%. Now, obviously, we've parlayed this to a ridiculous level. Back to max coins, too. I don't know if there's anything he can give me that I particularly want, except for soul hearts. There's no longer a point in me picking up coins, either. That was just to get more flies. And that's now the only use I can see out of this item. So Book of Shadows now supplants it. I think it has a 6-room charge, which is a lot. That exacts a heavy toll. So this is the end of a part of the floor, so this has a chance to be the top secret room. So now we'll head out this way. And this is probably a mini boss room, if I had to guess. No, it's not. Just thread that needle. Coins no longer possess any capable use. This is unlikely to be the top secret room, but it could be. Yeah. Teleport me to the boss. Not the boss, the devil room is what I wanted. Okay. We'll get the secret room on the way back. Don't have to worry about those guys there. They don't want to hit me. They like the way I smell. They smell guppy. Go ahead and grab that, no problem. Hopefully an item in there. I believe these guys are called Spitties, I want to say. These rooms are generally pretty easy, unless you lack a bit of prowess. So they're just going to throw harmless flies at me. Black flies can't actually damage you, even up close. Also, the only thing that pretty flies can damage are black flies. Hosts? Yeah, hosts. Hosts are annoying, but not the worst. Hopefully there's a curse room somewhere. on this floor. There's a pretty good chance of one. So if I wanted to do this the right way, I can just hide in here. It's a little bit harder to wear down these poops. It's not like after you kill the boss, Larry, and the poops will just automatically disintegrate. You have to actually destroy them in the room if you fight him as a room boss. There's Tammy's head, which is real great. Tammy's head is one of the best items in the game. One of the best ones in Rebirth too, provided that you get specific synergies. It charges every room, and it will shoot out an 8-way shot of my currently equipped tiers. Currently, my currently equipped tiers are not that powerful, but it can be. It has the potential with, say, Brimstone or Mom's Knife, Ipecac if you are particularly destructive. Also, I don't know how it works with Epic Fetus, but I'm sure it's ridiculous. But unfortunately, Tammy's head, as good as it may be, is just not useful to me at the moment. If I had better options for tiers, I would definitely take it. But Book of Shadows will give me 10 seconds of invulnerability, which is more important to me. Terrible room. Possible soul heart I can get out of here. But tremendously unlikely. I think you only have a 10% chance to get for a red heart to be replaced by a soul heart. I don't know if that applies for both halves and wholes. Let's come on here. No sacrifice room, unfortunately. These guys can bump into the TNT themselves, which is kind of half the point of the room. But as long as you don't let the room get too chaotic, you're fine. I also have a fair to middling amount of HP. The ladder will just buy for fun. Just buy the bomb for fun. Now we will try to do the depths without taking damage, which the Book of Shadows might very well help. I believe this also means I can't do Devil Deals. So I have an efficient path leading there. Okay, that didn't work out. I was really stupid. We'll try for the womb, I guess. I mean, this might just end up being a very powerful run, but goddamn, first room. Like, okay, I'm gonna set up my path here. These still offer shops in here, so I'm gonna take it. The only thing I want out of here is $1 or Pretty Fly. That's a room I could have used the Book of Shadows on, but I just didn't have the mental wherewithal to consider that. I should have paused the game and thought about it. Pausing the game in this game makes me too worried that I'm actually going to click out of the game, which is terrifying when you have a run, say, like this. So the floor after this we haven't seen yet, but that's the womb, and the difficult version I believe is called Utero, but it could... I don't remember if it's Scarred Womb or Utero. I'm pretty sure in Rebirth it's Scarred Womb, but I think this one has a slightly different one. I just want another Pretty Fly. Or, again, the dollar, which is rare to get. Health up? No, that's the end. So again, more consolidation of power, and we'll try to do the last one. Maybe I can do that one, who knows. Unlikely, I need a lot more power. You want to be able to beat bosses in fractions of a second, which you can do in this game. You can honestly get insane power levels. I do maintain quite strictly that this game is a lot more difficult than Rebirth. I might be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, this feels a lot more difficult than Rebirth. Rebirth, I had a lot more opportunity to get strong, or overpowered even. This game doesn't really want to see me get that level. I know there's shops on here, so I'm gonna keep about 30 coins. Okay, it blew up for me anyway. It's fine. Just a little too slow, I guess. I would still like to have access to a devil room then. So maybe I should beeline for the boss, but I'm not gonna. I'll clear the floor, I suppose. Those black flies do still have the eternal fly HP, as you can clearly tell. Let's look for the secret room. It's possible here. And also here. Guppy's head. Even better than the Book of Shadows. Might be even more powerful, too. Possibly on our way to Guppy, too. We gotta go in here yet. There's the teleporter, which we haven't... this item really sucks. It can also transport you to the error room. I believe I've read it before, actually, relatively recently. I'm pretty sure it's a 6.66% chance that you go to I am error with either telepills or that. I'm not reading that off right now. I just remember reading it relatively recently. When I was like trying to remember, okay, I want to come into this game good, but I didn't practice, but I did read up on it. Mostly to reacquaint myself with items, but there wasn't too much to remember. Alright, so it is tremendously unlikely, but it is possible that I get Guppy in this run. I guess it's actually not that unlikely. I can, if this does indeed go past Mom, I'll have a whole extra 2 floors to potentially get Red Chest. And Red Chest give Devil items, and Devil items are Guppy items. Guppy is very satanic for a cat. So I believe you have to use these. And so we will. Excellent. Could not have been... Well, it could have been better. I could have been in the same room. But I'm very glad that I can come right back to grab Guppy's head. Almost hit me there. Almost hit me there. The dime, again, 1 in 100 chance. I believe I'll be able to, even though it's Necropolis, 4 Soul Hearts should be able to get me through the boss and then some. By which I mean I won't, I think it's unlikely that I take damage from the boss as well. I beat the boss without taking that additional damage. If you actually destroy the chargers, or the fistula, over top of a pit, they won't summon the chargers. It's very helpful. This is a good chance for greed. The way I see it is that means the next floor is going to have a viable shop, which could mean a couple good items. And notably, it's definitely a shop. It's not greed. And hopefully greed gives Steam sale or something. No, we get coins, which is the less ideal thing. I don't think we picked up Steam sale, but that halves the price of all items in the shop. This could be a mini boss room from the way it's set up. I know I did say that already. And now we can just kind of hang out in the center here, mercifully free of suffering reprisal from the bee-lickers. I know they're canonically butt-lickers, but I like calling them bee-lickers. They're just out there licking our pollinating little friends. No bees in this game. There's flies, but no bees. And yeah, touching this actually will destroy my flies, by the way. If that you were concerned with what that smushing sound was, the only reason I don't mind losing them is because, well, now I don't really care. What do I have to lose? I'm not trying to go for undefeated here. These are masks. This is the first time we've seen these guys. And these are hearts. They are very, very annoying enemies. One mask is attached to one heart. They, despite the fact that they're flying, they actually can't go over chasms or rocks. I remember that from Rebirth too, so. I swear I didn't, like, do a practice run or anything. I just remember a lot about this game. Just try to keep safe, try to keep safe, keep safe, keep safe. I may not be trying to go for a no-hit depths now, which is incredibly hard. If I haven't mentioned already, that was the last single achievement that I obtained when I went for my 100% achievement run. Dark Boy was the most difficult one. Well, not the most difficult, but the last one I got. I just remember distinctly I was always seeing Dark Boy anytime I scrolled past it on my Steam list. Health up's really good. This is why I was okay with keeping the safety cap for as long as I did, just because of how good health up is when it's in a pool. Did not mean to do that. That was kind of bad. These are double vises. They produce brimstone lasers from both sides. And these guys, I don't know what they're called, like chub vises or something, but that's what I call them. They produce chubs instead. I always thought they had like little suits on, which is kind of, you know, weird now. They also will always do a full heart of damage to you, so just FYI. Whatever it is, it's not called Black Widow. I think it's the Wretched or something is the name of this boss. I haven't seen this guy in a long time. I don't even know if he's in Rebirth. I bring up Rebirth because it's the most recent variant of this game that I've played, so you'll have to forgive me for that. That's a very strong possibility for something decent. No Devil Room. Shot speed up, not really good, but more HP is good. We're gonna have to hope to get the, well, getting a Devil Room in Mom's room doesn't, or actually, it is fine, because that doesn't take us down to the depths. So do we go straight for Mom? The answer is no, we're not gonna do that. I'm gonna clear the whole floor because you can't exit Mom's room. Here's Chub. Chub dislikes smoke. If he does that, which does a full heart of damage, by the way, if he hits you with that mouth agape attack, and you can stop it with a bomb. I think when you fly, yeah, it's the same as in Rebirth. If you fly, you can't unlock things, which is nice. The battery charger, I forget what this does. Is that the 9-volt or called the battery? I don't remember. I think that's just the battery. It just fully charges your spacebar item. It does something else. I don't remember. Yeah, it's the battery. Items recharge. This is the one where they recharge while in the room. I really don't remember this one. Did not mean to take damage here. We're on the Necropolis 2 also. We wanted to see the depths. Yeah, okay, so this will gradually charge things up in a room. Oh yeah. No, I want Cancer more. I also prefer Goat Hoof, although cards are very good. The Ace of Spades makes tarot cards and playing cards appear far more often. Leapers we know are terrible. So they're going to jump to you, and then you jump at a diagonal, or fly at a diagonal way. I knew I was going to get hit there, it's fine. No chance for the top secret room. This could be the top secret room right here. And it's also at the end of the part of the floor, so it has a good shake. Why not? We'll take this one first. Ooh, a bad one. We can circle camp a little here, but this guy, they fire randomly. These guys, they do 1 full damage per shot, 1 full heart. Excuse me. Speaking of 1 full heart, next floor, we don't take half hearts anymore. As a standard, we'll start taking full hearts as damage. It doesn't get any higher than that in the game, but that's a lot. There are a few things in this game off the top of my head I can think of that can instantly kill you, but they're always your fault. Even if you don't know about them, they're still your fault. The main one is trying to kill Satan, or Isaac, or Blue Baby with the Bible. If you do possess the Bible, you can kill Mom or Mom's heart in a single shot. It makes trying to do the depths no hit and the womb no hit much easier I do not currently have that equipped, but with this current loadout, it would have been possible to do this, or the caves even. Or, and I could still feasibly do Utero, but it's very unlikely. I'm not familiar with that. I haven't done that in so long. Just black flies. Oh man, I thought he was going. Oh, I still got hit. Damn this speed. It's not really the speed, that was my fault. Well, I need to find, desperately, I need to find some soul hearts. I think I'm out of range for the most part for the grimaces, but they'll still find a way to take pot shots. So this one's possible. This one's possible. This one's possible. There it is. Okay. So now we don't have to spend the rest of the time looking for it. It's just flat penny. Flat penny's really, really good early on, and if you have treasure rooms, rather. Every time you pick up a coin, I think you have I want to say it's a 50% chance to get a 50% chance to get a key. As we know, keys are pretty valuable. A little bit hard to come by. So I'm going to do something that is stupid, and that's go into this room and then come out of it. And see, my stupidity is just flatly rewarded. I still haven't taken any red heart damage, so it makes the devil room chance still quite high. I already got in there, that was just 3 coins. Shouldn't be anything else of too much note. There might be, like, an arcade somewhere. No other trinkets I think I really want. But I'll take as many soul hearts as this is willing to give me. Or the crystal ball, just to use it. Red patch if you take damage. I want to say it's a 25% chance, but you'll get an extra 2 damage for the room. Maybe it's less than that. 2 of spades, just doubles your keys. What's that? Anything? No. I'd like to see the crystal ball. The crystal ball's a really great item. It's an active item, 6 charges. And it will completely reveal the layout of the floor you're on, like the sun card. And also has a pretty good chance to drop a soul heart or tarot card every time you use it. I don't know if we got in the Book of Revelations yet. I think we saw it. But it's a lot like that. I want to get as many soul hearts as I can. And as I mentioned in the last run, you can go way over 12 hearts. I think you can only have a maximum of 12 red heart containers in this game. Oh, snap. That was spooky. I just unhooked my eye tracker, just fell off due to my own gaffe. And I have work tomorrow. Here's Mom's Pearl. Higher chance for... No, I want Cancer. And I want Goat Hoof. And I want Cancer. And I want Goat Hoof. No. I don't want Red Patch. Okay, great. We'll just bump on it from this side from now on. I'm thinking about Red Hand, but man, Red Hand is really good, and I can become Guppy. That's the push pin. That gives you a 10% chance to fire a piercing shot. I don't know why sometimes it just does that. I don't know if that actually has any effect. The stars will teleport you to the treasure room if there is one. There is not, because there are no treasure rooms in this challenge run. And you'll notice I use the word challenge run very loosely because I'm very, very powerful. Nickel that I don't need at all. These guys fire in a random pattern. They're not trying to hit you, but you will get incidentally hit. You still have to treat them like they are trying to hit you, so you can react accordingly to their attacks. Just raining blows down here. Don't really want to take a hit from these guys. Oh wait, we have to go down first anyway. It's just a sacrifice room. I'm gonna try to bait these first. From this guy, you lose red hearts, which I have arguably enough to use. Now let's do it. He can give you devil items. This might count as red heart damage on the floor. Tarot card. The Hermit just teleports you into the shop. Necronomicon. Oh, that's the missing page. If you get hit, you have a chance to do damage to all enemies in the room. It sucks. Give me a devil item. Give me brimstone. I'll go lower. I'll go lower. That's as low as I can go. If I blow him up with a bomb now, I have a higher chance to get a devil room. He'll always blow up into spiders. Now that was what some smart people would call wasteful. But I did it regardless. I don't remember what's inside the shop. Should have kept the shop card, huh? But if there's hearts in the shop, I'll buy them. Yeah. I don't know where the stars will teleport me if I don't have a treasure room. I love seeing the ladder come out when you're already able to fly. So Mom should be pretty cut and dry here. Boop. Boop. I guess the shop's slightly more useful to carry. Is this a champion Mom? No, it's not. Doing a decent amount of damage here. Scatole especially is doing a lot of work here. You can use Mom to try to kill the enemies that she summons, the minions. Take care of him right away. I hate when she summons the Globins. I believe that is their name. Like, hemoglobin or Globin, I guess. I don't know how it's pronounced, honestly. I know what it is, but I don't know how it's pronounced. So far, I've done this no-hit, but I could very easily take damage. This is why you want to use the Bible for this fight. And this is why Scatole is so useful. That, right there, that attack, is the reason why the Mom fight is so difficult. I have literally lost an entire no-hit run before, just to that hand. Now I'm starting to be a little bit sloppier. Like, it's close, but, man, it's annoying. It'd be cool if I don't have to go to the womb. No, I do. Another Soul Heart's very kind, though. Cat o' Nine Tails is just shot speed up. We don't want that. It's a bad item, and I shouldn't take it, but I'm going to, because I don't think I've gotten it yet. And unfortunately, no devil room there. So in these rooms, we have, in the womb, we have no reason to go anywhere but to the boss. If you know where the boss is, go to the boss. Also, you can't really see tinted rocks anymore. There are ways to tell if there are tinted rocks, but the main way to do that is if you exit a room and the rock stays the same instead of altering, they will alter. This is a pretty easy room, honestly. You know, honestly, I hate on Maggie all the time as a really bad item. But Maggie's actually not that bad. I wouldn't say she's MVP of this run. That's honestly Guppy's head. Actually, no, it's Fate, which I got Fate immediately, and I was so, like, flabbergasted that I got it. These guys, they will shoot fierce, fast-moving technology lasers at you. So these guys still are, of all the flies, they're still your enemy. These guys I call leeches. I don't know if they're actually called leeches. I don't know where I got the name from otherwise, though. Let's see if there's a top secret room here. No. Skrillex is the easiest single one. He's literally just pinned. He's pinned, except you can only attack... Ow. That was BS, but I didn't really have a lot of great spots to go to. Yeah, he's pinned. He's the easiest single boss of the womb. I think you can also actually continue hitting him after that shot has fired. Doing some decent damage to him now. I didn't even get a full guppy charge. Not guppy charge, I meant a head charge. As you can see, not a terribly difficult fight. I did take 2 damage, however. And we get a devil room, and more HP, and some health. But we are going to take the mark. The reason we take the mark is because it's damage up, tears up. I want to say it's damage up, tears up, and it gives soul hearts, or am I thinking of the pact? I think we already got. It's damage plus speed. And no soul hearts, but it's still powerful. I think we already got we need to go deeper in a secret room. So I don't think I need to pick that up again. Alright, I was gonna try to do this no hit. Whoops. Ah well, we're just doing it regular. This is just a powerful run. So the trick of this run, this guy will shoot as you shoot, right? If you can fly, you can just hover over the spikes and kill him. I have the ability to shoot through rocks, so this is a pretty trivial room. These guys are pretty easy. We're worried about the Vizzes occasionally. These guys, I want to call them Freds. I think they're called Freds. So, the Hanged Man, what the Hanged Man does is, for the room, it allows you to fly for that room. Can be a really excellent card, right? So let's use this. So you'd have to bomb your way in there if you couldn't fly. We've got some more masks there. I think masks only appear in the necropolis. No, I'm wrong, because the boss of the mask... Never mind, the boss of the mask appears in the womb. Anything useful to get in here. Maybe a soul heart or 3. This is the worst trinket in the game. That's the umbilical cord. I'm 99% sure what that does. If you go down to half heart in a room, it will summon a familiar for you who only lasts for the duration of the room. And it's Steven, and he fires very weak homing shots, who you can get as a regular familiar already. It's not there's Steven lives right there. It's not like some arcane, difficult thing to unlock. It's that. It's truly terrible. The Emperor would have been nice to start the floor. The Emperor teleports you immediately to the boss, which is cool. So this is the next set boss. This one's pretty easy. So there's them firing away here. We gotta do the good old circle strafe tactic. And Mom's Heart will summon enemies like so. Bombs are very, very helpful in this fight. If you're gonna use bombs offensively, this fight is where I recommend you do them. Just to obliterate enemies. After a certain amount of damage, Mom will start lobbing those attacks and still summoning enemies. And that's creep. You can't be on top of that unless you can fly, of course. And we get Judas here. And we get a fish head, which I'm pretty sure is just infestation. Infestation, the pickup. Where you get hit, you summon blue flies, except in trinket form. And this is, I think, our first real ending, too. Shows us what we unlock. Pretty sure. Yeah, okay. So we unlock Judas first. And then I want to see you unlock the noose. Then the nail, then the quarter. I don't remember what you unlocked fifth. 6 is everything is terrible. That upgrades the difficulty of the game. We're not going to see more of the credits, I'm pretty sure. I might be making that up. Let's find out. I'm just looking at my phone right now while I'm waiting for the credits to play. And talking over them, obviously. But, there's the mask. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Oh, no, there it shows the eye and the meat boy. And I don't think it showed the 7 deadly sins prior to this. Hopefully my eye tracker is okay. I love that thing. It should show more bosses, right? Fistula, Gertie, we know those. Monster 2 I don't think we've seen yet. He's pretty easy. I don't think we've seen this. No, we definitely haven't. Bloat's the worst boss in the game. Gertie Jr. is, without exaggeration, the second worst boss. Yeah, his name's the Wretched. Carrion Queen is number 3. Mask of Infamy is probably number 4. I hate Mask of Infamy. Teratoma sucks. Daddy Longleg's easy. Mom, not necessarily easy. War is the hardest out of those 4. The Fallen can be tough. Satan is pretty easy, honestly. Skull-X is the easiest. Mom's Heart, which will eventually turn into It Lives, which will turn into a fetal thing. So, no deaths, but we did get a mom kill, and the reason we got a mom kill is because I guess we went past mom. I guess that's how that works. We've got the Book of Belial, because that's what Judas starts with. Book of Belial is one of the better active items in the game, and there's a lot of good active items. That's one of the better ones. I think, and I know in Rebirth it doesn't, but I'm pretty sure in this game, having it guarantees that you see a devil room if it's possible to have one. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. And also if you use it in a room, it's the same effect as the devil card, so +2 damage. Really good. Fish head, we know that. Judas is one of my more favorite characters to use in the game. He's the glass cannon character. Let me go through the characters again real quick. Isaac, the best character in the game. He could turn any run into a good run. He gets an item called, down here, called the D6. He can re-roll any and all items in a room on the pedestals into something new. You can see how that would be useful. And it has 6-room charge. There's a lot of ways to break the game with it. He's the game-breaking character. Maggie is your tank / cleric, but the trade-off is that she's slow. Great at taking devil deals. Cain is the second best character. He's the lucky character. He's got high damage, low speed. His HP is only 2, but he has lucky foot. He can gamble. And all pills are either neutral or good for him, which they later on change in Rebirth to nerf it heavily. Judas, glass cannon. He has one and only one red heart. It's basically like the same run I had with 9 Deaths when I had the dead cat, but very high damage. And for boss fights, you have the Book of Belial. It also has I think only a 3-room charge time, so you can use it in a lot of rooms. Eve is like a risk-reward character. The idea behind her is you want to play with as low health as possible to activate her Horror Babylon. And that'll give you +2 attack and +1 speed, I think. Now, for most characters, I don't know if it's in this game, but in Rebirth I know it is. For most characters, they have to be at half a red heart or less. You could just have soul hearts and have no red hearts and still have it. Or you can have, I don't know what I was saying. But anyway, I'm pretty sure Eve can actually only be at 1 red heart and still get the full effect. Dead Bird, when you get hit, it summons out a little familiar, this little guy right here. And he'll go around and attack enemies, but he's really dumb. Samson sucks, and he's the worst character in the game. The idea behind him, I guess he's like the berserker. He comes with Bloody Lust, I believe it's called. Bloody Lust, as you attack enemies in the room, depending on how many enemies are in a room, you do more damage with each successive kill. So you accumulate more power, but it's not really... You can game the system. Let's say you fight Duke of Flies. Start fighting the flies until you're at max power, and then just obliterate him. It's also good for challenge rooms, but overall it's not super great. And I think he starts with 1 red heart and a soul heart, I want to say. He's not good. The other character who is hidden, I think he's right here, is Blue Baby. Blue Baby only gets soul hearts and starts with the poop, which has a 1-room recharge, like Guppy's head, for example, and you just generate a poop, which you can use to block stuff, you can use to box enemies in, or you can just use to try to get a coin or a heart. So that's breaking through other guys. We will have to beat hard mode with every character, and I'll just use the characters kind of arbitrarily. But we got to do the challenges first. So the challenges we have left, we have all the first 5 down easily. I haven't died once yet, and this is pretty good. Better than I thought I'd do. I honestly thought 9 deaths would be my first death. There isn't a cheat. I'm not really trying that hard to avoid deaths. I would like to have a decent ratio of deaths to mom kills, but there is an achievement where I have to die 100 times to unlock a certain item. So the sooner I do that, the sooner I can unlock the item, and then I have to find the item. I looked at the achievements earlier today even. I'm pretty sure that unlocks the pinking shears, which is an active item that lets you fly for the room. I think it has it's a 6-room charge, which is a lot. But your body will also move around and damage enemies, like the torsos that spit out bloody tears from the gapers or whatever their names are. So Doctor's Revenge, we're gonna have access to Dr. Fetus, and I think you get the Doctor's Remote too, but I don't remember fully. But that's a really powerful run. I don't expect to lose that one really, because it's one of the most powerful items in the game. Let me go through some of the strongest items in the game real quick in my rough order. Number 1, Epic Fetus is the most powerful thing in the game, bar none. Adding extra damage to it doesn't make it any better. The speedrun of this game at the very fastest time uses it. It's just unreal. After that, Brimstone, there's a kind of an exploit, actually discovered by Bisnap, who I recommend as the premier Binding of Isaac original and Rebirth streamer. He's phenomenal. Very, very explicative, explains his thought processes and what every item does. I've based a lot of my channel and intent and mission statement on kind of what he does. Really, really respect and admire what he's done. So after Brimstone, and it's called Brim Snapping, Bisnap, Brim Snap. So what happens is if you fire left or right, you just keep hitting down, and the laser will turn invisible, but it will still be firing in that direction and do more damage. It's great. And it's just super powerful. It doesn't have a lot of synergies in this game. In Rebirth, they care a lot more about synergies in that game. Let me put it that way. But it's also a lot more fun. That's a 10 out of 10 game. Play Rebirth. Don't play this game. It's a good game. Rebirth improves on this formula in every possible way. I can't shut up about Rebirth. Number 3 is Mom's Knife. Just stupid powerful. You don't shoot tears anymore. You just throw a knife in front of you. You can use that as a melee weapon. You can throw it on diagonals. It's powerful. After that, probably is Sacred Heart, I'd say, maybe. Sacred Heart lets you fire really, really slow, chunky homing tears that do a lot of damage. It also fully restores your HP and gives you a heart container and makes you fly. It's dumb. It's an Angel Room exclusive item, and it's really hard to find. After that, I'd probably say Polyphemus. The preceding 5 items I mentioned were all special items. Polyphemus, I believe, is not. Special items mean it's that much harder to find special items in that run. You still can, they're just astronomically more unlikely. There's a couple weird special items too. I think Toothpicks, one of the worst items in the game because it's a special item, can seriously dilute your pool, but we've never picked them up, so we will have to take them and thus possibly gimp ourselves pretty badly. What's after that is probably Dr. Fetus, which is what we'll have in this one. You just, instead of throwing tears out, you just throw bombs in front of you. You give them a nice little scoot too, so they're not too close, but you're still susceptible to damage from them. But you can find every secret room like you could with Epic Fetus, like you could with Ipecac, which is what I would label as the next one, which we've already had. And I guess that's the running top attacks in this game. Well, items, really. There's some other really good ones. I really love Cubes of Meat. Anything that confers flight. There's a lot of good stuff. Mutant Spider and Triple Shot, Mom's Contact are pretty good. Daddy Longlegs is a really good item. That's a familiar. That's the most powerful familiar in the game. All the Guppy stuff is good if you collect it all together. Guppy's head's just good in general. Guppy's tail is questionable, as in it's really bad or really good. Depends on how many keys you have. I think it turns all drops into a 1/3 chance of being a chest, and then further still a 1/3 chance of that being a gold or a red chest. I think that's how that works. Probably wrong on that. That one I'd have to look into more because that's a little complicated, and I'm stupid. The Halo's good. Magic Mushroom's one of the best items in the game too. I'd probably put that like just below Ipecac. I'd rather see Ipecac, but after that, Magic Mushroom. After that, I'd rather see like Blood of the Martyr, or even Small Rock, honestly. But maybe not. Yeah, there's a bunch of great items in the game. A bunch of crap ones too. Most of the crap items are active items. That's where most of the slop is. So Meat Forever, we get a full Meat Boy. Spider Boy, I believe you have Spider's Bite, which slows down enemies with random tears that'll pop up as like little white balls. And you also, I think you get Mutant Spider with that, which is a 4-way shot. But it usually lowers your tear rate pretty badly. So you want that mixed with like number 1, which maxes your tear rate but minimizes your range. It's still pretty good. Isaac was good today. I'm pretty sure you get Holy Grail, which I think we already got. And Halo. Let me look at this real quick. Oh, we've already got Steam sale, so I don't need to explain it as much. We did get that we need to go deeper. We also got the Pact, which is damage up, tears up, plus 2 soul hearts. There's the Mark, which is damage up plus speed up. I gotta remember that. Pentagram is one of my favorite items. That's possibly in top 10. Mulligan, honestly, Mulligan can probably crack top 10 too. There's a lot of good stuff. We've had the piercing arrow, the Cupid's arrow. I think that's... We've had that in run number 1. I love how big Mr. Mega is. Blood Bag. There's Ipecac. I know we had Ipecac. Spirit of the Night's fantastic. There's Fate. Pyro we had, which is a tough one to get. That's a special item. Did we get Holy Grail? Why do I keep thinking I had Holy Grail? Maybe I just had Flight somewhere? I don't know. Oh, I did get Holy Grail. Yeah, okay, that's why. Oh, Squeezy is a really good boss item. Yeah, we did get Holy Grail, so that's a tough one. Anything in the Angel Pool, which we also get the Miter from, they're tougher to get because it's tougher to get Angel Rooms. Scapular. Didn't get Technology 1 yet. There's the Mulligan. Great item. Lump of Coal, also pretty good item. Okay. Sad Onion's phenomenal. One of my favorite drops to see. It's not a make or break, but it's very powerful. Don't know if I have anything else to say. 75 items. So, you know, we're going to round up to 200. I came up with 198, and I'm distinctly sure because I have a screen cap saying, hey, this is what my stats were. Which I did look at it again. It's 339 deaths and 175 mom kills is what I had. Which is not a good ratio. Conservatively, well, not conservatively, if you round up a little bit, that's about a 50% ratio. And I'm good at the game, pretty much. But I'm not perfect. I'm not great at finding the ways to break the runs. I know you just need to find the habit, pretty much. It all starts with the habit. Breaking a bad habit. Yeah, you're picking up what I'm putting down. Don't. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Book of Belial. Okay. Well, I think that's it for me. I have to get ready to go to bed to get up for work for 12 hours. I love my job and I love my life. I haven't been to the gym in a couple of weeks, just trying to readapt to my schedule. Hopefully I'll get back soon. I have so much training that I gotta drive a pretty decent commute to and fro. So hopefully I can abate that. Last day's tomorrow. So I'm still gonna have a black screen here, but I'm gonna keep talking over it, so feel free to move on to the next video if you so desire. If you're doing what I recommend, the playlist thing, that helps me a lot. If you just watch my videos, it doesn't help me get like money from YouTube or anything. It's nice. You know, I'm still not advertising this stream. I'm thinking about putting my Rogue Legacy run, maybe on the Rogue Legacy subreddit. Maybe I'll post up my Binding of Isaac run when it's completed on the Binding of Isaac subreddit, but it's not going to accumulate too much interest, I don't think. But we'll see how it shakes out. as always, thank you so much for watching. This is John or Gaff196. I really appreciate you stopping by. You know, there's a lot of content out there to parse, and you checking me out. You know, maybe your personal friend or something. So know that you're cherished. And if you're not a personal friend and you just stumble on here, I'm getting a little too wholesome. You know, I'm an outrageous, obnoxious person. And if you met me in person, you'd understand. On here, I'm a little bit more subdued and sedate. I'm trying to keep on, you know, on topic and explain the run because I like commentary. You know, there's pretty much a flat 2 ways to play a game. Well, 3. 1, you're informative. And I prefer to err on the informative. Maybe I'm entertaining a little bit, I don't know. I haven't really found my personal voice, even really how to translate my inner monologue into the stream of consciousness gibbering that so many streamers and YouTubers and any content creator manage to gestate. Then the second one is entertainment, which is what I was getting into there. You know, you're really funny, or you're saying wild and wacky stuff. But you're having a good time. You're having fun, so people watching you have fun, which I appreciate and respect. But it's a little too performative for me. I'm having fun playing the game and fun talking. It does make me a better player talking at my plays. It really does. I notice things I didn't, or I remember things. The eye tracker helps too, honestly. You know, I'll rewatch my videos and I'll see the eye tracker. It's like, okay, I'm looking here. That was my problem. I didn't see that I got hit from behind me because I wasn't looking there. I'm focusing too much on my character and not enough on the enemies around me. And I believe I tend to look at enemies and less at myself. I have a good idea of where I'm at most of the time. But maybe I'm mistaken, and that'll help. And the last one is kind of a combination of both informative and entertaining, and that's when you have guests on your stream / content. I'm just going to call this a stream. I know it's not a stream. It's not live. I'm just calling this a stream. I call it my stream. But when you have a guest on, it amplifies that performative nature a little bit. But also, you're having legitimate fun with your friend. They can ask questions, for example, if you know this game. Like, if I had a friend on here and I know this game, they can ask questions, or we could just beep-bop back and forth, you know, hobnob and rub elbows and all sorts of happy horse shit. It all depends. But those are the 3 kind of dynamics that I tend to run into in content creation and streaming as a whole. And I prefer the informative. Like I like Hearthstone as a game. I like watching the pros play when the pros, instead of being like, oh, well, thank you for the 1,000,000 finger-licking marijuanas. I mean, I can't stand watching a stream and just hearing them thank 1,000,000 people. It's tiresome. No offense to those content creators. They've done a fantastic job, and they deserve every bit of credit and money donated to them. They work way too hard. You know, I do this meager amount, and on top of working like 60-hour weeks or so, and it's still, you know, I could see how it would be a lot, especially if I edit these a lot more thoroughly. I want to get like a back screen or an end screen and an opening screen. I gotta make that and figure it out. And I could have like nice little edits and everything. That would be really snappy. But not yet. You know, I'm just doing this to create content and have a good time while I do it. Down the line, I try to get a lot more serious about it. You know, I definitely have equipment that can certainly handle all this stuff. But I would like to develop more. And it does make you grow in a different way. I'm definitely getting better at explicating what I'm thinking and how best to translate that. So, anyway, solo podcasting here. I'm going to do my outro again as I exit this game and it goes into black. Yeah, so that was a fun one. For now, that's it. That was an hour and a half of a run. Not quite a breaking run, but a strong, powerful one. Hopefully soon I can start doing the no-hit runs. But I'd rather have the D6 or something so I can really max those out. But I can't believe I forgot in the womb that I wanted to do that. Whoopsie daisy. Okay. Bye-bye for now.